For this episode of 2 Minute Tours, we hop in our plane and fly to 38.6208 degrees north latitude and 90.1919 degrees west longitude to arrive at the Eugene Field House in St. Louis, Missouri. Producer Paul Schenkman and Executive Director Stephanie Bliss are our guides to this place in history.
The Eugene Field House Museum in downtown St. Louis has been a beloved historic treasure open to the public since 1936.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Bliss. I'm the Executive Director here at the Field House Museum. We are located in downtown St. Louis, Missouri, 1 block south of Busch Stadium, so we're in the heart of downtown St. Louis. And we are the oldest historic house museum and running historic house museum. Our roots start past before we became a museum. One of the families who lived here was the Field family, and they had a pretty important impact here in St. Louis. So much so that in 1902, Mark Twain came and he dedicated the house after Eugene Field, who was born in it. He was a famous newspaper columnist and poet. Eugene was a fun guy. He was born in the house in 1850, and he grew up to be a newspaper columnist and a poet.
And not just any poet. Field was known as the children's poet. Among his most famous compositions, The Gingham Dog and the Calico Cat, and Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod.
There was at one point at least one Eugene Field elementary school in every state in the United States. Here in St. Louis, the elementary school was turned into an apartment complex.
The house was restored in the 1930s to honor the memory of Eugene Field. But it is also designated as a National Historic Landmark because of Eugene's father, Roswell Field, the St. Louis attorney who represented Dred Scott, the enslaved man who took his fight for freedom all the way to the Supreme Court.
We get a mixture of everything. We get historians to people just looking for something fun to do downtown. And because Eugene loved toys, we have a large toy collection as well. We've been here since 1845, and we're going to be here for a long time to come because the stories here are so important. And I know sometimes people would say, oh, it's just another old house, but it's more than just an old house. We give space to our history, and St. Louis has such a great history that we want to make sure that that's maintained.